What is the grossest thing someone has openly told you that they do regularly? Knew a guy who said he used to wipe his mozzarella on the wall of his bedroom after he jerked off. Edit. My phone autocorrected jizz to mozzarella, but keeping it. As an example of a fun fact, my boss shared with everyone that she makes her bed every day, but only washes her sheets once or twice a year. It was not fun. I think she realized she made a mistake when she heard all of us react. Some of us would try to follow up on this. She never got better about it. Kind of similar to the family poop knife, but I knew this old man who would have massive shits. Sometimes they were so big that it wouldn't flush apparently. So the obvious solution for him was to use a litter scooper to relocate the poop to outdoors. He didn't openly share this information with me at first. I just happened to be at his house one day and was like, "Is that shit next to your porch?" I knew a guy who regularly wore diapers. He didn't have any medical issues that would require him to do so. He'd regularly relieve himself around others and would refrain from changing said diaper after doing so. He'd keep the diapers in his room, multiple trash bags worth, because he was too embarrassed to take them to the dumpster. Knew a guy in the army who would go to Walmart, buy the cheapest women's thongs, and wear them during morning PT, gym. Said he would even take a dump and not wipe just to get them dirty and smelly. Then he would pose as a woman online, and horny old men would pay him anywhere from $50,500 a pair. These men were smelling a man's sweaty ass thinking it was a lady. The one positive thing about reading this thread is knowing that I'm not as weird as I make myself out to be. Working at a bar, 25 years ago, coworker told me he had wanked off in the girl's bathroom and smeared his load on the door handles. And got off on it at home about how many women touched his jizz that night. He did it for over a year. I had to puke and got him fired that day. He is a high school teacher these days. Still wondering if there's door handles to bathrooms that he uses these days. I regret reading this thread. Guy on my first boat used to ejaculate on his belly, then pull the waistband of his skivvies up and squeegee it into his shorts. Then he'd just carry on with his day, undies all nutted up. After reading this thread, I've decided that I'm really not that mentally ill. My mother has an interesting friend who openly admits he lets his dogs do humpies on his feet. He puts a cum rag, yes he has one dedicated to his dogs, on his feet and lets them hump between his toes until they, well, finish. Grimace. I shudder at the thought. An old friend of mine once told us that he wanks while taking a shit. He said it gives twice the pleasure. Another friend hearing this immediately said it's true. One of my friends caught some kind of STI from a toilet seat, and said he regularly pisses into toilet paper in his hands so he can see what whatever comes out looks like. I don't share food and drink with him anymore. Skeptical smiley face. Oh, also, while on a road trip with my grandpa, I watched him whip out a Ziploc baggie, piss in it, seal it, and toss it out the window into the highway. Edit. I didn't have a problem with him pissing in a container. My problem was the part where it was a flimsy plastic sandwich bag. He would reach into the toilet with his bare hands and squeegee the poop streaks off the walls of the toilet after taking a dump. He liked a squeaky clean toilet. Then he'd wash his hands, of course. But still. Just reading through all of these makes me wonder about people I know or work with who do weird stuff, and I just don't know about it yet.